Hi, this is Supriyo. So as you all wanted, I'll definitely come out with the SBI PO 2021 complete strategy video. But before that, I wanted to point out some of the mistakes that I think that people made last time around. And talking to the successful people, I found out that they are doing some things differently. So I want to just put out these 7 points that are quite important to remember for this year's examination. And this will help you to jumpstart your preparation. And then the other things we can cover in the rest of the videos. So let's begin. Hi, this is Supriyo. So in this video, we are just going to talk about the 7 lessons that we can take from the previous SBI PO examination. And remember that I will be coming out with a full detailed video, as I told you at the beginning of the video, for the strategy for 2021 exams. But for now, I actually wanted to talk about few important points that you should remember. And these are actually universal points, and lots of other exams also you are going to be benefited if you follow these things. So the first thing is regarding waiting for the notification. There is a lot of speculation about when the notification is going to be, when it's going to come out. So we already talked about this, and rest assured, in 2021 the notification definitely 100% it is going to come. So you don't have to actually worry about the notification. Don't be in a state that you are not sure when the exam and if the exam is going to happen or not, and then you are not keeping yourself well prepared. Now that will be the biggest mistake ever. Now note that this time in the SBI PO interview group that we had created after the mains examination, so we had I think about 270 odd people in that group, and out of that finally around 72 people they were finally selected. So 72 people, they made it to SBI from that group. And like talking to a lot of people from that group, I found out that they had been preparing for a long time. So some of them, they had been preparing for multiple years, so they are not sitting around. And if you are a new aspirant, if you are somebody who's just starting off, then you have to actually compete against those veterans as well. So what are you waiting for? Don't wait for the notification. Just start off your preparation. And that's why I wanted to make this video, that you should just jumpstart your preparation. And in the strategy video, I will be talking about it more in depth, about how you can start, what are the different things that you have to get towards, like what are the different milestones and how you have to plan out your weeks. Everything I'm going to cover. But right now, just begin your preparation. That's the important thing that you have to remember. Last time, people who started early on, they had a huge advantage, and I don't want you to lose that advantage, that competitive advantage, by thinking that no, it's not going to happen. So don't make that big mistake. And I think even after the notification, there won't be much time. So remember that thing. It's quite important. And the next thing is about the general awareness and the banking awareness. Now, about the general awareness, we have talked quite a lot, and at least a minimum of 6 months it is important for GA. You have to actually be prepared with 6 months of general awareness. So from April 1st, April 1st, start off your general awareness preparation. The 1st of April, that should be your beginning point, and then you just continue, you carry it on. And even in the other IBPS examinations, it's going to be very useful to you. And for the general awareness, some people asked me about the static awareness as well. So static things, of course, you have to cover, but it's not that important. And I think many people, they underestimate the banking awareness. So they really underestimate the importance of this banking awareness. Now, last time, all the people that were selected, so banking awareness was something that actually saved them, because in the GA paper, they got quite a few questions from banking awareness. And what they forget is that in the interview as well, you are asked so many questions on banking awareness. Now, I have an entire playlist on banking awareness, and I don't want you to lose that advantage of preparing from it. So go ahead, watch those videos, do the MCQs, whatever is there, and it's just going to be so much important for you, because you are going to be very well prepared once you just get all those things done. Now that is why don't neglect these things. Now in the mains examination, of course, it's going to be a very difficult examination, but general awareness and banking awareness, you can be like sure that questions are going to come from whatever you have actually studied, and this is a section that does not surprise that much most of the time. So don't lose your competitive advantage by not preparing for these things, because this is something that it's quite very important. And that's why from today itself, make it a very important point that I will be preparing for these things, and I am not going to waste my time. So carry on with your preparation, because when the notification comes, you don't have time to go back and read so many different months of general awareness. So right now it is quite important to start. And about the aggregate cutoff, so this is something that people don't really understand about the aggregate cutoff. Now let me actually show you a picture. Now this is actually from the SBI PO 2017 examination data. Now as you can see, it was an RTI application, and they had asked how many people were selected. Okay, understand this. These people were selected as SBI POs, but they had scored 0 marks. 0 marks in the quant section. Okay, so quant, they had scored 0 marks, and still they became SBI POs. Can you believe that? So guess how many people were there in 2017? A total of 62 candidates. Just imagine that. 62 people who had scored 0 in quant, they were inside SBI. So they are right now working as POs, and even many of them, they have been confirmed, and like they are working as confirmed officers. Can you believe that? And so many people think that this examination, it is a test of knowledge, you know, the smartest people they are picking. No, that cannot be farther from the truth. It is just an elimination. It is nothing more than an elimination. Whatever is asked to you in this examination, none of that is actually going to play a part in your actual training. So your training will be totally different, and you're going to learn everything when you join the bank. The only thing this exam does is it eliminates people, and it helps you to, you know, get the best of the best. That's all. So even if you get 0 in quant, you can become an SBI PO. Imagine that. Now you have 250 marks to play with in the mains paper. So this is huge. 250 marks. Can you believe it? Now, do you really want to waste your time in sections that are not that, you know, suitable for you, or you are not that good at? So don't do that. There's quant, there's reasoning, there's English, there's general awareness and banking awareness, right? So all these things you have together. Now, whatever section you are actually quite strong at, you can pick that section. So for example, if you are really good at reasoning, so pick that reasoning and prepare reasoning quite a lot. You don't have to worry about the other sections that much. Even if you get the bare minimum marks in the other sections, it does not really matter. So whatever section is suitable for you, prepare very, very well in that section. And I would suggest that English you have to keep as a priority. So English don't neglect, and the other 2 sections, quant or reasoning, anyone pick and just become very, very good at it. So you can use this strategy to your advantage. SBI PO allows you that. Now this year, what was the cutoff? This year, if I am not wrong, the cutoff was about 88.93. So this is for the general, right? For the SC, ST, OBC, it was a few marks less. So 5 to 10 marks less. So can you imagine just 89 odd marks out of 250 marks? Don't you think you can easily get that? It's not a lot. If you see the general awareness paper, the English paper, and then the bare minimums in the quant and reasoning, and whatever section you are good at, you get a little bit more marks in that. So you can understand how important this information is. Use this information to your advantage. Aggregate marks is all that counts. You don't have to be like a master of every single thing. This is something that people forget all the time, and this is something that I saw in the last exam as well. I saw people, you know, scoring the bare minimum in the reasoning paper, in the English paper, in the quant paper, and like people, they attempted very less marks in these papers, one of those papers, but they are still selected as SBI POs. So this is what happens. Now you have to be just getting over the finish line. That is all, and aggregate cutoff is definitely going to help you. Now another question that people ask me, how many mocks? So this is an important thing that you have to remember, that don't judge yourself by how many mocks you have done, but by the quality of each of those mocks. Now for my examination, like back when I became a PO, SBI PO, so I had given, I think, around 16 prelims mock tests. Okay, and I think I had given around 10 mains mock tests, and of course I gave some mocks for the other exams as well. Those also helped, but yeah, this was like the thing that the bare minimum that I had done. So I actually recommend that for prelims you can do 20 to 25, you know, because you have a lot of time now, and for the mains, you know, try for 20. That is enough, you know, and even if you don't do these things, that is enough if you are very much good at analyzing the mock tests. Again and again, I repeat this. Analyze your mock tests very well. That will be the key to your success. Many people, they have kind of an obsession with mock tests, and every day they are giving mocks one after another, and at the end of the day they are not selected. So don't be like those people that you are continuing to give mocks but you are not analyzing. So analyze your mistakes, and I've already told you, I've already given you lots of videos on that. So just go ahead and analyze each and every single thing, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be useful to you. Now the next thing is about the mains level sources. So many people, for the prelims you can easily get every single thing, you don't need to worry, but for the mains level I agree it is a little bit more difficult. So mock tests are something that are already there, right? So that is the one thing. The next thing you can do is you can Google, right? You can Google for example quant, you can write quant high level DI, okay, quant high level DI, and you can just put it in Google. You will find lots of web pages where there are very high level data interpretation questions, and various different kinds of companies they are providing it. So online, if you go, you can find it. Now what I used to do, I used to go online, I used to search for these kinds of things, and then I used to do what? I used to do the print to PDF. So print to PDF, each web page you can print to PDF. You already know how to do that. So print to PDF and then create a folder. Right? Yeah, just create a mains folder in your computer and keep all those things that you are collecting in that folder. Also what you can use, like back then we used to use the WhatsApp groups, but now I think it's in the Telegram groups. So in many Telegram groups, daily you are going to get mains level questions, you are getting prelims level questions, every single thing. But the mains level hard questions, whatever PDFs you are getting, you can find them and you can keep it in your mains folder. Even in my own Telegram channel, you're going to find so many different PDFs that I had uploaded over the time, and you can just collect all those PDFs and you can put it in your mains folder. So understand this thing, put every single thing in the mains folder and keep it there. And I will be telling you how you are going to actually structure your week so that you can actually prepare for all of these things. But this is what is very important. You have to get those high level questions, you have to keep it with you, and then slowly over time you're going to solve each and every single thing. This is very vital. Believe me, if you are following in this way, if you have a structure, then it's going to be very easy for you, because you're going to get so many questions that you are going to do, and it's going to make your life a lot easier in mains. And this is mainly for the mains, because for prelims we know the level is not that high, and of course it's quite easy to get. And another thing that you can do, you can use the books. So various books, the mains level books. Now I have made a separate video on the books, and if you want, you can purchase 1 or 2 books and then keep it with you for your mains level practice. So that is also going to be very useful for you. And finally, like the random versus targeted practice, yeah, this is something that I see many people struggling with, and they would be telling me that okay, I have studied for such a long amount of time, I have done this, I have done that, but they are not doing targeted practice, they are doing random practice. So for example, you have an app called Grade Up, right? The Grade Up app. So if you open that app, you are daily going to get lots of questions, but these are all scattered. They are not structured, remember. So if you wake up one fine morning, then go to Google or go somewhere, and then you get some questions and then you start doing them. Now you feel that you have studied a lot, you feel that you have solved so many questions, but it was all scattered information. It was not a structured information, believe me. And this is where people go wrong. They are not creating that structure themselves. Of course, if you have some kind of course, if you are doing some kind of offline coaching, you have that structure given to you. That is all that the coaching people do. What do you think they do? They just collect all the questions, some questions they make, and then they present it to you. So that is the role of the coaching institute. You can yourself do that role. Just select the questions, as I told you, keep in the mains folder, whatever you have made in your laptop or your PC, and then do the targeted practice. Don't waste time doing random practice. Some people I have seen, they will go to YouTube, they will just see a video that, okay, there are some questions, let me solve these questions. But that is not targeted practice, right? That is just you're randomly, aimlessly going about, and then you are solving each and every single thing. Don't go about without a plan. A plan is very important. Chalk out your plan and just follow it very thoroughly. That is going to help you. And finally, the last thing, it is about your consistent routine. Now this thing, if you don't have, then I really don't know how to help you out, because see, consistency, that is, I think, the benchmark of all of your preparation. Now, you can do whatever you want. You can prepare for 1000 problems, or you can do countless MCQs, but if you don't have consistency, if you are not doing it each and every single day, then you are not going to see results. That is the harsh truth. So be consistent. Every single day, if you have a goal, just spend a little time every single day towards that goal. So always be consistent, and this is the best advice that I can give you. All the people who got selected this time around, they were consistent. They were doing the preparation every single day. This is not a hobby. This is not something that you just kind of sort of want. You have to be very obsessed about your goal. Believe me, unless you are obsessed about your goal, unless you are seeing like becoming a PO in your dreams or something, then it's going to be very difficult. And when you are obsessed, then nobody has to push you. You are yourself going to be consistent every single day. So that is the final thing that I want to tell you. Be consistent, put your hard work every single day, and nobody can ever stop you. You are definitely going to succeed. I hope that you learned something from this video and that it was beneficial to you. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button and share it with your friends. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, please click on the subscribe button and do not forget to click the bell icon so that you, my friend, do not miss any future update. I'll see you in the next video.